Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coleman's Ridge Homestead. I am Heather. Sorry for my absence recently. We've had 2 weeks of a little bit of chaos, a lot of chaos. We were away for a week. We had to go drive 18 hours away to meet family to spread my parents' ashes. And we worked in a family vacation with all of my sisters and nephews and nieces at the same time. So that was good. And then my daughter was in a fairly nasty accident just over a week ago. My older daughter, not the younger one you've seen on here. And she actually broke her back and ended up in hospital and all of that. So my jungle has been left to its own devices for a very long time. So I'm just gonna do a whole bunch of stuff today. My son has offered to help. He said he wants to go swimming later, and I said I have harvesting to do, and he said, I love to pick peas, Mom. If I help you, can we go swimming? Absolutely. So I wanted to show you, just to start off, my peas actually. So I don't even know what variety these are because I planted the packages that you buy that are for sprouting specifically, like you can get broccoli sprouts and whatnot. Those are all the full-size versions. There's no such thing as sprouting seeds. So I planted them and I've been collecting my own seeds ever since. And this variety I actually love, whatever it is. I think Green Arrow comes to mind, but don't quote me on that because it has, let's see, great big huge pea pods, and I'm actually crouching, so these are only maybe 2.5 feet tall, and that's all they get to. So the little trellis that I put in at the beginning of the year is sufficient. It's holding them up no problem. This entire row is ready to go. Now I actually have two varieties in here. Those ones with the great big pods I am strictly seed saving. I planted those, I don't know, a couple of years ago anyways, and because they have such giant pods, I want to switch over eventually to being exclusively that variety. Whereas, we're all falling down here. When I come down to these ones here, this is a different variety, and let me show you. So these ones are much smaller. So literally fewer pea pods per plant, fewer peas per plant. So we have these though, so we're planting them, using them. These are the ones we're eating. I will shuck and freeze all of these, and then the other ones are the ones that I'm going to seed save for next year, and the hope is that next year I'll have enough that that's all I'm planting. We are at July 31st today, so here in central Alberta we can get a frost at the end of September maybe, but the weather's been off, as we all know. So I'm gonna go ahead and start harvesting, and I think what we're gonna end up doing is actually pulling the plants completely and reseeding this entire 16-foot row with more peas, because you can never have too many peas in the freezer. So enough talking, let's get some work done. What are you waiting for? One of those? Yum, 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 yum. Good boy, nice and gentle. You love your peas. Good boy. The wind has picked up, so I hope you can hear me okay. I've got one giant bowl. These are really big. Dollar store. Love them. Bowl, and that was, well, I've pulled half. You can't really see. Hold on a second. Let me see. There you go. So I have pulled half of this end, or half of this side of the row. It's about 16 feet long, and of course I have the trellis down the middle, so that's about a quarter of the peas that I expect to get. I am going to leave the ones with the long pods because there's lots of flat long pods still that will form full-size peas for planting, so I can see where the line is. There's a height difference, so I will leave those ones, harvest all the ones that are ready of course, and I will continue harvesting all of these. As an added bonus, I have this giant wheelbarrow. You can't even see my wheelbarrow. It's under there, I promise. of pea vines and weeds for my lovely chickens. They will be very happy. The chickens love the lettuce. I tend to leave it in and let it get super big, even though it gets bitter and we won't eat it, but they absolutely love it. So it's not doing any harm just being left in there. What do you guys think? Is it pretty tasty? There's food outside, you know. I got 1 egg and 2 eggs, and that's it. There we go. So it's been 3 days. I picked all of the peas down that end that were the variety with the small pods, and if you recall, I told you I was leaving the end ones here to bulk up, and I gave them a really good watering the last couple nights, and now you can see the ones that were flat are nice and full. So I'm going to go ahead and clear all the rest of this today, and then hopefully I'll have time to get another batch planted. So these are all the peas that I've shucked that we are going to dry and use for planting for next year, all from the big pots. And I have shucked 2 whole medium-sized freezer bags of peas. This is about to go in the freezer now, and there's a few left. We'll probably shuck these and eat them in the next couple of days. So that's it for my peas for now. Thanks for joining me. Like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you soon.